When a woman starts telling you her problems, most men think she wants an answer. But here's the truth. She doesn't always need you to fix anything. She wants to feel your presence, not your panic. She wants to know if you can stay calm when she's emotional, or if you'll break down with her. And that moment, right there, is a test. If you lose yourself, she loses respect. But if you stay steady, if you can listen without rushing to solve everything, you become the man she trusts, the man she looks up to, and the man she doesn't want to lose. 1. She's not asking for a fix. She's testing your frame. Most men think when a woman unloads her problems, she's handing them a to-do list. She says, "My boss embarrassed me," and the guy instantly fires back, "Maybe you should quit." She says, "My friend lied to me," and he responds, "Stop talking to her." Logical? Maybe. Effective? Not at all. Because her words aren't always an invitation for you to jump in with your toolbox. They're a mirror she's holding up to see if your presence can steady her storm. Think about it. Women don't respect a man because he solves every little bump in her road. They respect him because he remains calm when she can't. She's watching your frame, the invisible structure of your being. Do you stay centered when she's emotional, or do you start fumbling? Do you hold eye contact, shoulders back, breathing even, or do you rush in with solutions just to calm yourself down? That's the trap most men fall into. They don't realize their help often exposes their weakness. It shows they can't tolerate raw emotion without scrambling. A strong frame doesn't mean silence or ignoring her. It means presence. It means showing her, without long speeches, that her chaos doesn't shake your roots. A man with frame can say just 5 words. "I hear you, I'm here." And those words, said slowly, mean more than a 10-minute lecture on what she should do. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Your woman's mood is an outside event. You don't control it. What you control is your reaction. When she vents, don't make her problems your assignment. Make your reaction your test. Can you stand still while her storm rages? If yes, she feels safe, and safety, more than solutions, is what keeps her close. 2. The strength to listen without losing yourself. There's a big difference between listening and losing. Too many men confuse the two. They think if they don't soak up every ounce of her pain, they're being cold. Wrong. Absorbing her chaos makes you fragile, not empathetic. Real empathy is hearing her without becoming her. Picture this. She's crying on the couch about how unfair life feels. You sit next to her, breathing slow. You nod at the right times. You repeat back the heart of what she said. So you feel let down, like no one's standing with you. That one line shows you get it. And yet, while you're connected, you're not drowning. Your spine is still tall. Your voice is still steady. She leans, but you don't collapse. That's listening without losing. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." If you absorb her emotions, you start suffering imaginary problems that aren't even yours. Then both of you are lost. A woman doesn't need a man who mirrors her every mood. She needs a man who reflects her pain with compassion, but stays rooted in his own ground. So next time she unloads, don't flinch, don't argue, don't make it about you. Just breathe, anchor yourself, and let her waves crash. She'll respect the mountain more than the sponge. 3. Emotional control is masculine power. Men are judged not when things are easy, but when storms hit. Emotional control isn't about being robotic. It's about being the thermostat, not the thermometer. A thermometer rises and falls with the environment. A thermostat sets the tone. That's the role of a man in a relationship. When she vents, she's unconsciously asking, "Can you handle this without crumbling?" If you snap, panic, or sulk, the answer is no. If you stay cool, breathe, and respond slowly, the answer is yes. And that yes builds trust. Emotional control shows her you're bigger than the mood of the moment. Here's the trick. When emotions run high, shorten your words, lower your tone, lengthen your pauses. Instead of calm down, you're overreacting, which only adds fire. You say, I hear you. Let's take a breath. Instead of frowning or rolling your eyes, keep your face neutral, maybe even slightly warm. This quiet steadiness is magnetic. Marcus Aurelius said, you must build up your life action by action. Control isn't a one-time thing. It's practiced in small choices every day. When traffic annoys you, breathe. When plans change, stay flexible. Those daily reps build the muscle, so when she hands you her storm, you're not scrambling. You're already trained. Remember, attraction isn't built in your best moments. It's built when you don't lose yourself in the worst. 4. Stop seeking validation. Hold your line. One of the biggest mistakes men make is trying to earn love by overperforming emotionally. She vents, and he scrambles to say all the right things, hoping she'll pat him on the head. Good job. You're such a supportive guy. But that approval-seeking kills attraction. Why? Because a man who needs validation isn't solid. He's bending to get approval instead of standing in his own worth. Women may not always say this out loud, but deep down, they feel it. They respect the man who can listen without performing. The man who says, I care. I don't agree with every detail, but I'm here. That's firm and real. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Sometimes, when you don't mirror her mood or rush to fix, she might accuse you of being cold. Let her. Because her respect grows when she sees you don't need her to clap for you. You know your role. You know your ground. Validation seeking is weakness in disguise. Hold your line. Stop trying to be her emotional hero. Be her emotional anchor. She doesn't need another performer. She needs a man who won't bend every time she frowns. 5. Her emotions aren't your responsibility. Your response is, here's a hard truth. Her emotions are hers, not yours to fix, not yours to carry. When you think it's your job to keep her happy, you put yourself in chains. You start walking on eggshells, avoiding honesty, and molding yourself to her moods. That's not love. That's fear. You can care without carrying. That's the balance. If she's sad, sit with her sadness. If she's angry, let her express it. But don't absorb it. Don't mirror it. Don't start managing her feelings like they're your homework. Your responsibility is your response, not her reaction. When she says, I feel overwhelmed, you don't need to panic. You don't need to fix her schedule. You can simply say, that sounds heavy. I'm here. That's presence. That's enough. And paradoxically, when you stop trying to control her emotions, she actually calms faster. Because she feels safe, not managed. Stoicism teaches, we are not disturbed by events, but by the views we take of them. Her emotions are events, temporary, moving, shifting. If you make every storm about you, you'll drown. If you stand steady, you become her safe harbor. That's masculine strength. That's leadership. 6. Presence rituals. Training your calm. You don't rise to the level of chaos. You fall to the level of your training. Presence isn't luck. It's built. If you want to be steady when she storms, you must practice when life is calm. Start small. Breathing drills. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, 5 minutes a day. Train your nervous system to relax on command. Stand practice. Plant your feet. Soften your jaw. Imagine waves hitting you. Stay rooted. Word fast. Spend 1 hour speaking only when necessary. Learn the weight of silence. Phone discipline. When you're with her, no scrolling. Nothing destroys presence like half attention. These rituals sharpen your frame. They teach your body to stay calm so your mind doesn't wander. When she unloads, you won't need to pretend. Your calm will be real. She'll feel it. And women always feel the difference between forced calm and trained calm. Presence is your practice ground. Build it daily. Spend it wisely. 7. The lighthouse ending. Say less, mean more. At the end of the day, your role isn't to fix her storm, it's to outlast it. Picture a lighthouse. Waves crash, winds howl, but the light stays steady. That's your job in her emotional world. Not to be the boat tossed around, to be the shore she can return to. When she speaks, your script is simple. Receive, reflect, regulate, respond. Receive by giving her your full attention. Reflect by echoing the heart of what she said. Regulate by slowing the energy with your own breath and tone. Respond only if asked, and keep it short. That's it. You don't need long speeches. You don't need clever fixes. You just need steadiness. Women respect men who stand when the world shakes. They love men who don't flinch when feelings run hot. And they trust men who can hold silence without breaking. So next time she opens up, remember, don't fix, don't flee, don't fold. Be the lighthouse, solid, bright, still. That's the man she stays with. That's the man she trusts. That's the stoic way. If this hit, don't just nod. Practice. Save this video. Rewatch the steps. Drop "I hold the line" in the comments so I know you're that guy. Subscribe to Psychology Insight and share this with a brother who needs to stop fixing and start standing. Stay calm. Stay clear. Stay you.